Dude, you guys lead the way.
I'm about to if you shut the fuck up. This is a professional production set, okay, Jordan?
Okay.
Yeah.
Digitally. Welcome back to the Scrum, August 19th.
The day the Hurricanes fans' hopes and dreams died, dude.
The day that you just said it, yeah, words right out of my mouth.
The day
But,
that
you know, we
Justin
just move
Williams
on
played
to
his last
bigger and
hockey
better
game.
things, you know? We move on, we cope, and we you know.
And we just hop on bandwagons, dude. We hop on bandwagons, down 3-1
It's
in the
more like
series and
these,
shit.
it's more like these two trains are moving in a parallel track.
Oh, you just hopped.
see what I'm
Okay. Yeah, I see
And
what
I'm
you're
just
saying,
yeah. They're all
You
going
just-
the same direction.
dude. Yeah, you just got on the wrong train to start with. That's all it was. It was a mistake. It was an
Yeah.
honest
I don't
mistake.
say it's the wrong train. I don't say it's the wrong train.
He was like,
But yeah.
actually, this isn't my stop right here.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
And,
gonna keep going.
So, in honor of the Hurricanes being eliminated from the Toronto bubble, we just finished watching the game, obviously, at the time of this recording. And so to do that, we had to bring in, you know, as gracious losers that we are, you know, we had to share a platform with a good buddy of mine. Jordan, what's up, dude?
Dude, what's up? Thanks for having me, bro.
No problem. Noted Bruin fan, native masshole, sweaty gamer.
Let's say, got the
Oh,
shout
you
out
named
for
it, dude.
Warzone a couple times on here, you know, all the losses
sure.
that we take as a team.
Yeah. I'm glad
All the W's you
I'm
carry
glad
us
the
to.
Canes could repay the debt, you know?
Yeah. For real.
So, I mean, as from a Bruins fan's perspective, because you're not going to see a lot of that on this fucking channel ever.
No.
So while you're here, how did you feel about the whole series, top to bottom?
Dude, honestly, I thought it was a good series. I thought both teams played really well.
You're being
I kind of
nice.
expected more of a fight out of the Hurricanes. I really thought that they were gonna. I thought, you know, I was telling you earlier that like they're a better team than getting 4-1 to the Bruins. Not to take anything away from the Bruins, they did have the most points in the league going to the bubble.
Hey, they did also sweep the Hurricanes last year.
They did
So
for
we
sure.
had slight improvement. One game
Yeah,
improvement.
exactly. A slight improvement, you know. But to be honest, I mean, the Bruins are only getting better. I think the Hurricanes are only getting better. I think it's really unfortunate that the Bruins kind of sandbagged in the round robin so that you guys had to play them first. I think if you guys play a different team, I think it's a completely different series. Obviously, the Bruins have some of the most like veteran, you know, postseason lineup that there is. They're no strangers to going into the playoffs, especially when you talk about like Marchand, Bergeron, Chara, usually Rask, but Rask opted out and Yaroslav Halak held it down. But you know, I think if you guys play a different team, I think it's a completely different story that we're talking about here. It's not like the Canes didn't hold their own against the Bruins. They played pretty well. I think they played their best game probably in their first game, and then they played a decent game tonight. But I think at this point it was just too little too late for them. I didn't think they could grind out. Even if they won tonight, I don't think they had what it takes in them to even take it to a Game 7 against the Bruins. I think the other night, that third period comeback by the Bruins, the hit on the stall by McAvoy. The hit on stall by McAvoy, I feel like was the end of the series for y'all right there, to be honest with you. I feel like after that series of events happened, you guys had already kind of checked out, to be 100% honest.
Let's break that down a little bit, because you and I were talking about that, and obviously I don't know if we had a chance to react to that on this at all.
No,
but no one did anything
between recording.
No one did anything. He wears the C for the team.
Yeah,
whatever you want to call the hit. I mean, it was a clean hit to me. No one did anything.
Yeah,
and like Jordan said, that's where the series died. But Jordan and I were talking about it, you know, in and out of some eras, and maybe not since like the late, not late, but like the mid 2000s. We haven't really had a guy like who's in that rotation of, no, you do not fuck, like Brockman again, yeah, Martin.
I mean, Edmondson's the closest we got on the current iteration of the team, and he's out hurt.
It's not enough.
Yeah. I mean, Boston. There's not a lot of teams that have Chara, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a real big point. Like, there's a reason why teams like Washington do well, Tom Wilson. There's a reason why teams with Ryan Reeves do well. You know, I mean, it speaks volumes. We don't have it. Just don't have that guy. I feel like that's where a lot of the series totally left the Hurricanes. Any chance the Hurricanes had was left by the lack of heart on the ice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we kind of beat ourselves making too cute of plays, not just like firing the puck. Like we were saying last time, reaching for pucks, not playing through the body, not going into the corners. Dude, I mean, a couple of those power plays in game 2 and 3, the Bruins were down a man, and I swear to God, just skated in our zone for 2 straight minutes. It was a terrible showing. Jacob Slavin did not play well. Dougie Hamilton was – I mean, he had the – was that in the Boston series, or is that in the New York series?
No, he scored a goal.
He scored a goal. But, yeah, I mean, Boston's top guys showed up, and the Hurricanes didn't. And that's what people were saying leading in with the way they played in the round robin. Boston, is the top line going to show up? Because they had, 2 points or something like that throughout the round robin. And then, obviously, Sebastian Aho and Svech were killing it. And then first round happens, and nothing, dude. We just didn't have – today, Hayden Fleury has our only goal today, and I love Hayden Fleury, but it's an elimination game. Hayden Fleury getting the lone goal is not going to cut it.
Yeah, I mean, and we had said, going back to the round robin, I know I had said that don't sleep on them. Like Jordan said, they sandbagged it. You know what I mean? They were not that interested in winning those games. And people were like, oh, the Bruins hadn't won a game since getting to the bubble. They proved pretty straightforwardly that it does not matter. It does not matter. Those exhibition games didn't matter. They were on one, dude.
Yeah.
GGs.
Yeah. And I mean, it's super unfortunate, especially with the Svechnikov injury. Once again, it could have gone. He could have been the difference maker in the last 2 games, to be honest with you. Because it's not like all of the games weren't close. I mean, especially with the last game, with the 4th period blowout, the meltdown. I mean, I think it could all honestly go back to that game. Game 4, it was like you guys had everything going for you. You had a 2-0 lead with 12 minutes left in the third.
Yep.
And then Jake DeBrusk has that great goal. Reimer kind of got off on the back foot when he was he hesitated whether or not he wanted to come out and challenge the puck. And then DeBrusk makes that move. He scores. McAvoy lays out Stahl. And then from that point on, it was oh, shit, let's just try and defend the lead, which seemed like what they were trying to do. But it's playoff hockey. You don't play to defend the lead ever. You keep scoring.
We were like a deer in headlights. We were like a deer in headlights when all that happened. We were like, what? Everyone was like, what the fuck is going on? And you don't have that kind of time in playoff hockey. And Reimer was watching too much Mrazek highlight tape going out there for that poke, dude. You got it. That's not your thing, buddy. You got to stay in the net. I love the confidence of it, but like you said, he hesitated. And DeBrusk is a quick skater, good hands. You got to commit to a poke check if you're going to come, 3 steps out of your net.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, absolutely. You not only that, it's I wouldn't have even gone for the poke check, honestly. No. If you're going to come back that far, his best bet was to just absolutely fucking bowl over DeBrusk.
For real. Especially, or even let the shot come, because I don't remember who was, but DeBrusk had a defenseman on his back. It's not like he has time and space. Play sound positionally, and 8-9 times out of 10, he'll put the shot into you as much as he's gonna before he put it past you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That was the minutes where we broke in the series. I'd agree.
Yeah, it wasn't like a breakaway or anything. He does DeBrusk does a little self pass, gets behind. I think it's Fleury maybe that was defending. He couldn't turn around in time, but he was still right behind him. It's not like he was going to have time to dangle in front or anything.
Yeah.
But it's GG's to Boston.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They President's Trophy winning team for a reason. They're going to move on. And I guess they're going to play the winner of the Washington series, right?
I was about to ask.
Yeah, they're going to play the winner of the Washington series.
So they're going to play the Islanders.
Hey, man. Look.
What's that series at right now?
3-1 Islanders. They play
All the
tomorrow, right?
Canes fans yesterday were tweeting. They were like, "Oh yeah, the Caps are fucking done. They're gonna get swept." Blah 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 blah.
We
And
needed
then they
something to
did.
be happy about, dude.
Well, they didn't get swept, and then after they didn't get swept, the whole vibe switched to, you know what, guys? I think we can come back in this series. I think
Canes fans drew confidence from like the Washington win. Like, wait a minute.
fuck
You
out
can't
of
always
here.
be down and out, dude.
But the Canes aren't the only team leaving the bubble, right?
Yep.
The
Blackhawks out.
Hawks are out.
Yeah.
Which I think you kind of expected. The way Vegas is just so solid. Robin
Yeah.
Leonard got some, not I won't say revenge, but he got to take out his former team.
It always feels nice.
Yeah, for sure. There's got to be some bittersweetness there for sure. Columbus was eliminated today.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Let's
watched
get into
that one.
Let's get into that because another OT, right? Like, what an evenly fought series, in my opinion, obviously, with the 5 overtime game they had.
Yep.
Right into post Scrum and all that. Fucking Tortorella's getting interviewed via Zoom, and it comes to the second question, and I don't remember the guy's name off rip, but I actually caught all this via him tweeting about it. He had asked a question, and basically his question was like all based around, you know, how was it being with the team in the bubble? So, yeah, he's like, hey, I know you have to compartmentalize this fucking brutal loss, but how was it, you know, meshing with the team in this bubble and this really unique experience? And Torts pretty much was like, fuck you, and left. He didn't say that, but he walked right off. He said, I'm not going to get into the touchy-feelies right now, so peace.
Yeah.
And I think it brings up an interesting thing. Like, one, just straight up and down, is that kind of a dumb thing to ask? Maybe not Torts specifically, but any head coach in this certain situation. And then B, what sort of, and you know, this kind of brings up the stuff with beast mode. Like, what sort of like responsibility do coaches, especially coaches, have to like sit there and answer all the questions that are asked?
Well, as far as the question being dumb, I don't think there was a single question that could have been asked that Torts was not going to walk away from. Honestly, like, I don't, because like, what are you going to say? Like, hey, why did you guys lose? He's going to be like, well,
so that's a good point. The first question that some people are saying might have, like, you know, lit the match or you know, set the match.
Yeah.
Someone asked him, oh fuck, what was it? It was a thing that basically like Torts rebutted with a fact that like disproved what the guy was asking. Like some shit about like, do you feel like you guys like gave out at this point? And he's like, no, they only had 3 shots in the third. Like,
yeah.
So no.
Some shit like that. Yeah.
So he was like, no. And then this next guy was like, well, aside from all this bullshit, you know, what matters, how about some bullshit? Which, like, to me, there's definitely a side of like, yo, that was kind of a fucking stupid question. Not that it was Torts again, but like, you're talking about a team that got absolutely fucking heartbroken, right?
Yeah.
After some OT, long, hard-fought OT games, OT lost. It's a team that you swept in the postseason the previous year.
Yeah.
You worked so hard.
It was a good series too. I don't know if you guys got to watch.
Probably one of the best series.
It was awesome
thus far.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pierre-Luc Dubois stepped out. Yeah, it's like I get the reporter's angle because it's like there's nothing there you're going to be able to ask about the on-ice product that Torts isn't going to give you like a smart-ass response to. Because that,
but he didn't ask about the on-ice product.
But that's what I'm saying. You can't. So he goes the other angle like, well, this has been you're now leaving the bubble. This is the last chance he's going to get to talk to Torts, you know, or anybody really probably until next
I don't know, bro.
preseason.
Then wait and fucking say, hey, now that you've had some time to reflect.
But wait till when? That's what I'm saying. You got to get – this is his time to ask him.
See, that's again. He ain't going anywhere, bro.
He's going home, bro. Tortorella's walking out of press conferences. You think he's picking up the phone for a reporter just calling him?
The fucking guy that asked him doesn't even have a goddamn blue check mark. That guy's not going anywhere. He's just getting started. He'll be around. He'll fucking be all right. He can ask his question about, you know, how everyone feels.
I don't think it's that dumb. What are you saying, John?
I think it's kind of dumb.
What I just feel like, and I wish now the reason reporters don't ask this is because it doesn't make great headlines or whatever. But like, I always want to know, and like, why wouldn't you just ask a coach that's now leaving the postseason to go in the offseason and be like, hey, like, what are your plans for the off season? Like, what are your future plans like for the team? Like, what did you
Torts
see from?
I mean, like, not many coaches are gonna have a straightforward answer. Torts is definitely not an answer to that. He's gonna be like, do you think I have a fucking clue what we're doing? Because we just got eliminated.
But like, why show up for the press conference if you're just not gonna answer fucking press questions?
I think that goes right into the next point, right? Like, what practical level? Because there's two sides to this. Where I think this guy, knowing who Torts is, because you know your audience, right? I don't give a fuck what medium it's through. Know your audience. So if you're asking a question to someone, you as the question asker, interviewer, have to know how they're going to respond to that question given their personality. If you're asking that question, there's a good chance he might storm off. And if you know that if you happen to be that second person asking, there's a good chance you might fuck it up for everyone else who needs to ask questions for their fucking gig. You see what I'm saying? So maybe save that kind of dumbass question that might fuck over your colleagues who you're then going to be like, hey, sorry, I fucked it up for everybody.
Then what do you ask him that he's not going to walk away from? That's my point. Is like what's the next question that comes that Torts hasn't already decided I'm leaving? You ask those stupid
rhetoricals that he's ready to answer, and
so you get no information for your article. Like what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like what do you? You're telling this guy not to do his job.
Up to you. That's up to you to get the quote. You got to fucking word it right and listen for some shit that you can put in your shit. But you got to, but also think politically enough to not fuck up the whole shebang, so no one else can ask any questions. I think that's worse. That's way worse.
Dude, but no one's getting anything. I think Torts is walking away from that interview, and no one's getting anything, man. That's like no one's getting anything out of that at all. Regardless, I guess there's no questions that could be asked that he's not walking away from.
That, do you think like any of that post game scrum interview stuff should be required?
Yeah, you're getting paid millions, dude. Suck it up and go answer 3 minutes of questions. Like honestly,
I agree. I don't disagree at all.
And usually, I feel like there's not many asked. Like,
but
the Columbus media is not that wild. Let's be honest. You know what I'm saying?
No, not at all. And so within that, do you think though that there's any right to kind of like, and you shouldn't be a dick, but like any right to kind of just be like, hey, I'm not doing this right now and bounce?
Well, yeah, I think you should. I think like maybe not every time like, yo, I'm out, but you could, as being the guy showing up, you can be like, fuck you to a question, which Tortorella's done throughout most of his career. I think if it's a dumbass question, you have every right to be like, it's a dumbass question.
Hey, bro, dude, dumbass question.
Respect.
Yeah. I mean, you can always just be like, next question. Like,
yeah. And that's what he should have done. But I mean, because it's a hard thing to elaborate on too, especially given the fact that you just got eliminated. Like, yeah, no, let me sit here and ponder. I'll tell you what. That when I walked into so-and-so's room and they were all sitting there playing that one board game, that really told me that these guys.
I sat down. We shared a Gatorade.
No one's gonna
it was
fucking
a really
be ready
good
to
time,
tell that story.
Dude.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Other thing is like, while I get it sucks that you guys just lost in a close series, like there's also a room full of people you're talking to that are trying to do their job. So like the least you could do is give them 5 minutes of your time.
You're right. And the least one of their colleagues should do is not ask a dumbass question to fuck up the whole thing. No, I mean, everyone and their mom knows that it's not on that guy, that journalist, for asking that question. Torts is definitely 100% walking out of the first, second, third question, almost no matter what.
But to your point,
Russian roulette.
There's not much he really could have given right there at the time. But yeah, I mean, it was weird.
Not at all.
Like it was weird.
That's why it's a dumbass question. Yeah. But like, hey man, we're all just trying to do our jobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
This ain't my job, but I suck at it and I'm dumb. So like it's fine. Like
it's all okay, dude.
It's all fine. I don't know, dude. Is that about it?
I mean, a quick shout out down in Arizona. Xavier Gutierrez is the first Latino like CEO president to ever be hired, and I think their owner is also like Cuban American. But that's
cool for the Coyotes, right?
But for the Coyotes, because also I think I was reading a stat. It's like 40 or 50% of the people in the area are Latino, Latinx, whatever it is.
Huge Latino.
So it's population. Like getting for their fan base, that's got to be huge. So shouts out to Arizona, dude. And that guy,
good shit.
Hedge fund managers making more money. You gotta love to see that, dude.
Big shouts out season 3. I forgot season 3. Cancellation Cup. The draft was last night.
Yep.
We picked up a couple guys. We picked up Neil. I think this is he's third season veteran, dude. So he's pretty much a veteran. We picked up Bobby. I don't know if he's played in all three. I know he played last season. He's back for another. And then we picked up, I don't know the guy's first name, to be honest.
Damn. What kind of coach, captain, GM are you, dude?
The worst. I could look up his real quick and just
your phone's definitely within reach right now. He's just fuck him, dude.
I got you, dog.
This is off rip. How we're getting it started. These are the kind of relationship we're gonna have with our teammates.
And speaking of, he asked if we were gonna use Discord because he doesn't have a mic for Xbox. So here we go, baby.
Tell him he's off the team. We don't tolerate that. Get a headset.
Shouts out D Pret.
Xbox, they're $20.
D Pret Low 58.
Shouts out him though.
Yeah, he's another.
While he's still on the team, headsetless. Tell him he better get the chemistry up because we're only talking through Xbox.
So let me just tell you guys, it just hit me. We're gonna be doing most of this tournament not an Xbox Live party. It's gonna be weird.
Season's president trophy team and boys off, dude. I'm not stepping outside, not downloading new apps. I'm not getting involved. You got 6 people now.
Before we scrim with any of them, Jordan and I probably Jordan, you hopping back on Warzone, dude?
Yeah, for sure.
Bet. Time to sweat, dude. You're absolutely frying.
Well,
Jacob, where is there anything else for the scrum, dude? I think we did it.
I don't think so, man. I think we pretty much covered all the big shit. The only important stuff, which is Carolina and Boston. Fuck everybody else in this league.
Yep.
Especially
Jacob,
that team.
Where can they get us?
You can get us
if they want to talk hockey.
Talking Sauce Pod. No underscore.
Video games.
Respect
Hurricanes.
You can get
Boston
me
sports.
at JCobb, JAY_COBBB. Jordan, where do they get you at?
Only on IG.
Only on IG?
Only on IG? What's your at, asshole?
At Jordan, JORDAMN _.
Nice. Respecting the underscore. Josh, where they get you at?
Yo, hit him up on Xbox at XI-IX. Forget his fucking.
No. I don't want these scrubs hitting me up, dude. My KD's nice. So.
Well, my KD's not, so hit me up at TeebsTAB.
You get Cody at CD_2187. Josh, can you remember Dylan's shit?
Yeah, you get him at U/T-bags your mom. 42069 lowercase x capital X. We win those.
/4 the 5th.